Welcome to the Tundra, the coldest biome in the world. The tundra is located at the top of the globe near the North Pole. It can be found in Alaska, Greenland, Iceland, Russia, northern Canada, Scandinavia, and northern Siberia. Here, the average temperature is about 10 to 20 degrees Fahrenheit, but can drop to well under zero in the winter, rarely reaching over negative 18 degrees Fahrenheit. In the summer months, the tundra can sometimes reach a balmy 50 degrees Fahrenheit. However, winters are long, cold, and dark compared to the bright summer months. In the fall, the sun can disappear and there can be no light for months. Due to this lack of sun, temperatures can fall to negative 94 degrees Fahrenheit. Even during the summer months, this biome can experience snowfall. Despite the cold temperatures and having a constant layer of permafrost, ground that's permanently or semi-permanently below the freezing point of water, the tundra still possesses a beautiful array of plant life, including bearberry, Arctic moss, caribou moss, diamond leaf willow, Labrador tea, and pasquet flower. Let's take a closer look at some of the most important plants in the tundra biome. For instance, Arctic moss. Arctic moss has tiny rootlets instead of roots due to the extreme permafrost. It also grows in lake bottoms and bogs, and this is where it gets most of its nutrients from. It stores lots of the unused nutrients in the leaves for the next spring so it can grow again. Bearberry is another very important plant in the tundra biome. Bearberry is a low-growing plant that uses that adaptation to stay out of the way of the intense tundra wind. It also favors places where it can be protected from the wind, like behind rocks. Its leathery leaves help keep moisture and heat inside the plant during the cold winter days.
Along with having an array of plant life, the tundra is also home to many animals, including caribou, ermine, polar bears, Arctic fox, white wolves, grizzly bears, gray falcons, and bald eagles. During winter, you may not see a lot of animals here, but the animals you will see, however, all have certain adaptations to help them live in such a cold and rugged environment. Take polar bears, for example. Polar bears are the most recognized animal of the tundra and have many specific adaptations to help them live in this environment. They have long, stiff hair in between their feet that provides them with traction that helps them walk on ice and also protect their feet from the cold. These bears also have hollow fur, which traps air inside, thus making the bear more buoyant. Polar bears' thick layer of fat keeps them warm in the winter and is up to 11 centimeters thick, along with their black skin, which retains heat. Their thick, lush white fur also gives them protection in the form of camouflage when it snows outside. Caribou are also a thriving animal in the tundra and have many adaptations that make them suitable to live in this biome. In the winter, the fleshy pads on their hooves shrink and the hair between their toes covers the pads to keep the caribou warm. Probably the biggest adaptation, caribou are one of the few animals that are adapted to feed on lichens. They have a large stomach that digests lichens. In addition, their outside hair is hollow. This does two things. It acts as an insulating layer to conserve body heat and allows them buoyancy when swimming. Their coat fades to light beige as camouflage against predators. Although the tundra is home to many interesting living organisms, some of the most important factors of this region are abiotic, or non-living. Some of these factors are a cold climate, small biotic diversity, plain vegetation structure, and a short season of growth and reproduction, only a couple of months.
But what can you do while in the tundra biome? You can go hiking, wildlife viewing, river floating, skiing, bird watching, look at Mount McKinley, walk across the $1 Million Bridge, look at the Northern Lights, Aurora Borealis, which are a national phenomenon, the McNeil River State Game Sanctuary, and the Simeonoff National Wildlife Refuge. At both of these places, you can see endangered animals and animals that are native to the beautiful tundra biome.
And now for our weather report. In the Arctic tundra, yearly precipitation, including snowmelt, is between 6 to 10 inches. The average summer temperature is anywhere from 3 to 12 degrees Celsius or 37 to 54 degrees Fahrenheit. In the winter, however, the average temperature drops to around negative 34 degrees Celsius or negative 30 degrees Fahrenheit. The best time to visit the Arctic tundra is in the summer, when the temperature is a bit warmer. For the weather report of the Alpine tundra, the yearly precipitation, including snowmelt, is about 30 centimeters or 11.8 inches. Average summer temperature varies depending on altitude, but it is usually negative 10 degrees Celsius to positive 10 degrees Celsius, or 14 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. The average winter temperature also varies depending on altitude, but is usually negative 30 to negative 40 degrees Celsius, or negative 22 to negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit. The best time to visit the Alpine tundra is also in the summer. Because both of these climates are very cold, we recommend bringing warm clothing designed for below zero temperatures. Hiking and snow boots are both recommended, and if you are visiting the alpine tundra, we recommend bringing specialized ice shoes, ice picks, and ropes to climb the steep slopes. The tundra is an incredible biome, but there are a lot of threats that could affect its well-being in the future. The melting of permafrost in the soil as a result of global warming radically changes the landscape and affects what species of plants and animals are able to survive. Many tundra areas are also rich in oil, gas, and minerals, which humans want to mine up. This results in the construction of pipelines and roads that causes a lot of physical disturbance and wrecks the habitat of many of these animals and plants. The construction of roads and drilling for oil also puts heat and pressure on permafrost, which can cause it to melt and also drastically reduce the capabilities of many plants and animals to survive. And in addition to harming the plants and animals, permafrost holds about 1/3 of the world's soil-bound carbon. When this frozen soil thaws, the carbon gets released into the environment, creating even more global warming, which will in turn come around to hurt the biome itself. As humans, we should try to switch to alternative energy uses, establish protected areas, limit our mining and road construction, and limit tourism in the tundra biome. This will help us keep our tundra biomes healthy and keep the tundra's many unique species from going extinct.
The tundra also has global importance. It plays a large role in the temperature regulation of the planet, it helps create weather and air currents, and it functions as a winter home for many species of birds. Thank you for joining us today to learn about the tundra biome. We hope to see you soon!